also, I think
And kid baby,
we're a little bit late this evening because Ricardo here is behind me. I had a little bit of a set malfunction.
Jumped on it.
My set fell on me. It did. Hello, Laura.
Hello. my tree's okay.
And we've got the same tree.
We have. I'll get Rich to come and fix it if it falls down.
It looks like the same tree. Let me just put comments up a moment. We normally do this kind of chat, and we thought we'd bring it on live tonight, didn't we?
We did. Yeah, it's nice to let people in.
I know that you. Pardon? Richard said I'm not allowed to jump around tonight, so I think you've all guessed that this is a really, really casual one. Oh, look, everybody's there. Look. Hello. My computer's a little bit far away. How's your day been, Laura?
I'm very tired, put it that way. Very tired, but it's been a good day.
It's been a good day. I went out today with my Lengro mask on. Look, here's mine. Kiss my Lengro, look. And I think that all of the staff got theirs today as well. But yeah, we've both been trying to have some time off, but still being a mum, isn't it? Being everything else. And do you know what happened to me today?
Go on.
I made Rich go to Asda. Hello, Jan. Oh, we must say hello to everyone because look, there's loads of names.
Lots of names. Andrea, Dawn. Hello.
Are you definitely streaming on your page?
I think let me double check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Hello.
Let's see. I'm really slow on the phone now. I'm so quick on the keyboard, but not so quick on the phone.
Do I look a bit different, Helen Allen? So I was just going to tell you a story. So I wanted these, right? These are wax melts, and everyone knows I love wax melts. This is ecru linen from Asda, and I had to have these today. So I made Rich drive me there. And when we got in, we were in a rush. So I ran in Asda, and I went to go and pay, and it's all a one-way system, isn't it? And so as I went to go out, being me, I went to go out the entrance, and somebody tutted at me. So I turned around really quickly, and I rolled on my ankle. You know when you roll and you hear that crunch?
Yeah. Oh, no.
I'm on the sofa with my Primark tracksuit on and my Primark floppy socks, and I'm in absolute heaven. But Helen Allen rather, is mum to a lovely little girl called Winter, and that's who I had on the phone earlier. And we had an amazing session, right? And I was trying to explain to Helen what her significator would be. So, guys, a significator in a tarot card, in a tarot card reading, is what the tarot card reader would choose for you to be you on a card. So, if you know tarot cards, and you've got to think, Laura, what tarot card, if you were one tarot card tonight, tonight, what tarot card would you be tonight? Or you can choose to say what tarot card you would be in life. What tarot card would you be, guys? So I thought for Helen that at this moment she was the Hanged Man. And the most amazing thing for me is I showed her a picture, went on FaceTime of our Hanged Man.
Okay.
I was able to explain to her in more depth than you would on a normal tarot card why the Hanged Man feels like she does. What did you think, Helen, about like using the tarot card to sort of learn your lesson by and things like that? Did it help? Because I think that we should do that more when the pack comes out, because it would be like more of a journey for everybody, and then they might feel, well, actually I relate to that card as well. Hello, Inverness.
Oh, that's my grandma. Hello.
Hello, Grandma Mac. Oh, who's the baby? Who's the babies?
That's my niece and nephew.
They are beautiful.
Aren't they just? So my niece she was born near the end of September now, near the end of July.
Oh, that's so nice. Look, so Nicola McEwen, it's your 24th birthday tomorrow. What did you do on your 24th?
My 24th? I'm trying to think now. My 24th, what did I do? I think actually Mark took me to Bournemouth for the night.
Nice. I like Bournemouth. I stayed in a really nice hotel in Bournemouth when I did my book launch for Love Stars, and it was a really posh hotel, but it was a James Bond themed night. And when I did this, I went to the dinner and I was so nervous. I said to the guy who was my publisher, Gordon Wise, if you're watching, amazing guy from Pam Macmillan. I had to go to his room first because I was so nervous. And I had, in the day, a long black Gucci dress. It was like it was an amazing dress. And I went to meet him at his room. We walked down and I thought I'd got away with it. And at the end of the dinner, Mark Almond got up and sang on the stage. And I was asked to stand up with a light shone on me to say, this is our new stable author. And it was a nice thing to do, but I was on my own and I wanted the floor to like swallow me up. And I think I spent till about 5 a.m. doing readings in the bar for all the Pam Macmillan staff afterwards. So I've got really good memories of Bournemouth. Oh, lovely. So what tarot card would you be? And we're going to do some readings, aren't we, tonight?
We are. I've got a couple of decks, actually. So I've got some affirmation cards as well, which might be nice to pull as. So we'll do some. I've
got some tarot cards, and I'm going to use Honey's pack tonight so I can explain in more detail. And you know what I'm going to say, don't you? If we've got any of our cards that I pull that are about, maybe we can show them. And I've got Pick Me Up magazine that's out today and the month ahead. And to save me printing them out, I've got my stars for this week, which can apply to you all. So I thought that that's really, really good. So can I just read this out before I ask you about your card?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're supposed to stop me interrupting.
That's fine.
It was great. It helped me so much. Then I showed my mum and she thought it was great. I love that. So the explaining of the picture of the tarot cards as significator. And like I said before, a significator is the card you would choose to be yours. So if you've got tarot cards and you're online tonight, go through your tarot cards and tell Laura and I what tarot card you would be. Everyone's saying happy birthday. So the lady whose birthday it was, who was it?
Nicola McEwen, I think.
Nicola McEwen. I would love to give you an essential oil of your choice. So inbox me as a birthday present, or you can have a scroll and I'll send it out to you tomorrow. So let your birthday start early. Oh, thank you, Ellie. Let's have a look. Emma Rossa, love Emma Rossa. She had a scroll.
Did she? Oh, yeah. Emma comments on a lot. She's lovely.
She's lovely, like the dog. Go on. What card would you be?
I'm a bit torn between two, actually.
Yeah.
I think, like, at the minute, I'm feeling a bit magician.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little bit the Empress, a little bit, I think.
Okay. I would also have said even the High Priestess for you.
I was just about to say that, and I switched last minute to.
I'm seeing my mum's face, and I'm thinking, well, actually, it doesn't matter because it's a power going on inside. What we're going is a version of one we can easily describe like that. Let's have a look at what other cards people would be. Empress says Stella. Empress, yeah, I get the feeling, Stella, that you should be an Empress, especially with that picture. And I think as well, you know, that there's a picture of a child. Is that a child in there?
Is it on Stella's one?
Yeah.
Looks like Stella is out on a country walk. And there's puppies in the background.
It's got that Empress sort of magic about it as well. I think we've got a few. Yeah, I like that. Amber Redmond, she said something just before we went on air. And I promise we're going to get down to some readings in a minute. This is just what we get like. So Amber said to me about the poem, my mother said I never should play with the gypsies in the wood. Do you remember that?
It's been a while since I've not heard it for a long, long time.
Where do any of you guys know the poem? Because Richard always says to me, my mother said I never should play with the gypsies in the wood, like if I'm giving him a hard time. But I've got the words of it, and if any of you think you know it, then let us know. I don't know where I got the tree from. Normally garden centres. That's where we normally get things like that from. Where did you get yours from?
Online. I think I got it from Studio like 4 years ago. I bought it for doing craft fairs with all my artwork, and then it just ended up in here.
I had my like, follow and share signs in the tree, and they just kept falling on my head. That's why we were late. Let's have a look. Bernadette Taylor would be the sun. Lovely, full of hope, faith, and inspiration as well, and also good times ahead as well. Will you pick me somebody so I can do a reading?
Anne-Marie Potter. I'm straight away drawn to.
Anne-Marie Potter, comment again. So there you are. Anne-Marie Potter, do you want to also comment with your star sign? And we'll have a look at some cards, shall we? So glad I'm on the sofa tonight. If you haven't noticed, guys, look, Claudia, I've been treated to some time out at lunchtime today, and my friend Claudia has done my eyelashes, which haven't been done since March. So I'm looking a bit, what do you call it? Half eyes closed tonight, actually, I think. Oh, look, Nicola McEwen says, your hair looks beautiful, Laura, and I love you. Oh, yeah, you love my hair. Kind of borrowed my hair. Yeah, I've got many hairs. I really have. Yeah, I don't mind admitting either. Let's have a look for Anne-Marie Potter. I'm going to do a 3-card spread on your past, your present, and your future. So Anne-Marie Potter, a lot of your past and even your present has been dictated to by finances. We definitely see you as somebody here in your past who's always looked after others, but you've never felt, I don't think, that you were the one that was keeping everyone together. But I think quite clearly, Anne-Marie, you've kept so many people in your life together as well. But also with the Queen of Coins, it seems that you seem to have to bow down to somebody who is generous, but isn't generous in other ways. And I do feel you've had to sacrifice you to keep life balanced as you think it should be. But if we look at your last card with the 4 of Cups, it seems that you've grown tired of certain people's behavior. So there is some tension, and I almost get clairvoyant as well. There's some scratchiness as well. The lesson is that anything you decide from now, Anne-Marie, has to be from the heart and not for financial reasons. And I know from all the readings I've done this week that we are all making decisions on financial basis, when really it doesn't matter what money you have, it's about who you're with. And you clearly need to change some dynamics that are out of date, that should have been changed a while ago. So I would say no more excuses, Anne-Marie. If you know that something's not going to be long term, then now's the time to cut the cord, and now's the time to be brave. And it seems as well that I think, Anne-Marie, you'd be better without a certain person's influence around you anyway. So just as Alma Redman and various people have said, Claire, take some more time out, and I did, take a bit of my advice. I took my own. It's not easy, but it works. It does. There you go. Oh, thank you, Anne-Marie. That's really, really nice. Let's have a look.
So I'm very drawn to someone, actually. Can I choose someone out to do? Because I'm really drawn to someone.
I'd much rather you choose someone for yourself to do. Okay. I only asked you to choose because I've got these contact lenses in that aren't really good, and I can't read everybody's messages. So I thought you might pick somebody who was really in need for me. What does Claire Roy say? Hello, beauties. Was looking for a tiger's eye necklace. I think she should probably contact Leslie.
Yeah. What I would recommend, though, rather than getting the necklace made out of tiger eye, go for something like this. So it's like the cage, and then you can put your tiger eye inside. And if you feel like it, you can change it to anything you want, really.
I love that.
More suitable.
I was sent something by a follower. I'll show you actually, so you know how it works. Let me just grab it because it's really good to know, because you're not always in the mood. I'm not grabbing gemstones, by the way.
While Claire's off doing that, actually, I just wanted to, if Leslie's out there watching, I've already said thank you to her personally, but again, another thank you. Leslie sent me, I ordered some crystals from her, and she sent me this lovely bracelet as a gift for my birthday. So thank you very much, Leslie.
So I can't remember who said this. Is awful. Please tell me who sent me this. I got these for the girls sent to me, and again, what Laura's talking about is these guys, isn't it, Laura?
Yes, the little, I call them pendant cages.
Yeah. So this one has got amethyst in it, but then you can open them up. How do they open?
You just have to kind of pull them up. Mine's a bit stretched now, but I just like pull it like that and then open it
out. Guys, what do you really think would happen if I tried to stretch this? I'd break it. So I'll put it in here for Rich to put on a string.
Oh, goodness me. Right, where was... So, who was I looking at? It was Vicky Goodchild I was really drawn to.
Nice.
So, if she doesn't mind, well, she's asked for a reading, so I'm going to I'll do 3 cards for her and see what comes up. And the tarot cards, but I also pull chakra guidance from them as well. So we'll see what comes up for those. So Vicky, for you, we've got... Okie dokie. Right here. So we've got for you, Vicky, the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. So there we go for you, Vicky. My first thing I want to come to is either work or finances or money. But I feel like there's someone influencing what you do, either with your money or with work. And I feel like there's a whisper in your ear. And what I'd say about that is, don't feel like they're nagging at you. I do feel like their best interests are there for you, but they could kind of, it feels like you're almost being backed into a corner and you've got to do what they say, but just kind of politely say, I do appreciate your help, but this is what I'm going to do. But they do have your best interests at heart. What I will say is anything between April to June, work or financially wise, that was difficult for you is going to start to resolve itself within the next sort of 2 months, I'd say, looking at this one. And it looks like the spark's going to come back. And also any money worries or any kind of worry about keeping the home and keeping things going and putting food on the table and whatnot, with your Ace of Wands card there, that's telling me that that's going to work out. And towards the end of the year, work or finances will be much better for you.
I love those cards.
They're so beautiful. These are the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. So you've got
you should tell everyone how much. Oh, here you go. Nicholas says thank you. You should tell everyone what a time we had trying to work out what size our cards should be.
So we were like comparing them to our mobile phones and then trying to hold stuff in our hands and getting all the different packs that we had. And then I ended up drawing around a card, but then adding a centimetre here and a centimetre there. So, and then I'm trying to show Claire and Rich saying this size, but then on a screen, it's like this.
It looks all different, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. I love that. It's so funny. Let's have a look. Okay, you're not sure of her website, so I can look that up. I'll look it up in a minute when Laura does a reading. I'll put Leslie's name down and you can probably find her on here. Or if not, I can post it if you like after the live. She's absolutely amazing. She also gave me this crystal energy charged water bottle that's got amethyst, aventurine and rose quartz in. And I swear to God, okay, when I drink it, I do feel it's cleaner water. I do feel it's better and I do feel energized. So if any of you guys haven't tried gemstones, don't knock it till you've tried it, because I swear by them now. I absolutely swear by them.
Absolutely. I'm just looking at Helen Adams' comment there. Does rose quartz work with pendulums? So
I can't bring it up.
There we go.
What's the name?
Find it. And then Helen Adams asking about rose quartz and pendulums. So with a pendulum, I use a website called, well, obviously you can get from Leslie, but I also use Psychic Tree as well. And that's where I got my pendulums. And they'll have a whole host of them. It depends what you want the pendulum to do, really, what you want to use it for. When I do pendulum readings, I've got just quartz. So it's not clear quartz or rose, it's just quartz. And it's almost got like a milky iridescent look to it, which is really lovely. But again, it just depends what your purpose is for it and how you're going to use it. But yeah,
I was watching this morning in between clients, and I saw they had like an aura specialist on, and they said that Holly had a yellow aura and that Philip had a green aura. And I think it was all about, did any of you guys see it out there? It was really, really good. But it was quite interesting to know that so much of the world and the mainstream programs, because when I used to work on This Morning, there are certain subjects that you don't talk about. And when I watch it now, they're opening up their minds to sort of so many things that they do. But I did a show years ago with Philip Schofield, and I was pregnant at the time with my son, Paris, who's 20, and they locked our predictions of top psychics in the country, the experts in their field, so like an expert in sports, in the royal family, in politics, and we had to, and I won. And it was a massive moment where suddenly like, okay, was going, but it was the most terrifying year of my life. And one of the biggest surprises that no one thought would be right is I'd studied Eric Cantona, and I said that he'd leave football. And like, even like friends of mine that were guys were going, no, he won't leave football. And like all this stuff happened. But then you can go as a reader and you can help somebody that's in an abusive marriage, and that's more satisfying. But at the time, you know, like when you feel fake for the appreciation or the adoration you're getting, because to me that was the year before, and it was just a change in his chart, you know, about what would happen, you know, about a career change. And so it's fun, and that kind of mainstream TV is fun. But Philip Schofield, he is the nicest guy.
Yeah,
I
he
think
seems.
I've ever met. He
I
doesn't.
remember a while ago on This Morning, I watched something, and it was a lady who was doing readings with asparagus, and that was a bit of a
Really?
She like had all these. I don't know what you refer to, like stalks or whatever asparagus is, but she
Yeah.
had them anyway, and there was a few, and she had them in a bundle, and she just went and let them fall to the ground, and however they fell,
Right.
she read
So
the asparagus.
you know, when we had our after party on Saturday night, did you know a follower called Bingy Lou?
No.
So Bingy Lou is sort of living over here, and I'll do a reading next, I promise. But I've got to tell you this thing: the way I see the asparagus counting, my theory behind it is that in Eastern practices, so sort of in Chinese practices and things, you can do you can do things where you count things. So I wouldn't advise using rice. That's what Bingy Lou says, because of things that you pick up and that you suddenly have when you crumble them in your hands that are left will be the significant number. So if you've got gemstones, like right now at home, guys, pick up your gemstones and just put some down, and either choose the number that you put down or the number in your hand. I think use your left hand, because the left side is more open, more spiritual. Left-brain people are more artistic and more open to things. Do it with your left hand. See what number you get, and let us know over the next few weeks. So in that theory, you could use asparagus. You could also use, sherbet drops, couldn't you?
Yeah, anything that's long, I suppose. The other one I seen was a lady was on and she was doing readings from their bums.
You have to look at a bum.
So basically what they had, it was really, really weird. So there was like, she was there and there was 3 or 4 like circle holes. And she kind of, she'd feel each hole had a bum in it. And I think it was more the case along those like parapsychology and rather than psychically reading bums. But I think that was like, so that it was completely strange. And she was trying to say about who it was. And then they come out and they were like TV personalities that were known. So if she described them and then they came out, it was interesting, but it was a bit weird, like doing bum feeling readings.
Make sure you don't use terminology like that, because I was thinking of a different kind of hole.
No, it wasn't those kind of bum hole.
Where are you going with this? I'm going to take thing. Give me your star sign and ask for a reading. And it's gone. Emma Ross, has anyone heard of Feng Shui, black obsidian bracelets? So Feng Shui would probably be the order that the black obsidian is in. I'd probably break it up with something, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're thinking, yeah, let's get it.
I did not mean that in that sense at all. When it's like,
Bernadette Taylor, good. Come on, the first person to comment. Let's have a little look. Give me your star signs.
Okay.
Let's have a little look. No, I haven't got a star sign yet, so I'm just going to pick up this lady, Jade Pierce.
Reading that, yeah.
Second time watching. Well, all right. Laura, what can Jade Pierce expect from both of our pages and our lives?
Firstly, can I just say I don't make a habit of saying bum holes. That's not a habit for me.
Not live.
No, not live. But you can expect, obviously, we'll have a friendly chat and we'll do readings for you all with some mixed guidance. Claire will share about astrology and everything she knows. I'll share what I know. So I'm an intuitive artist, but I do healing, I do chakra guidance, and I do readings too. So there's lots more to us than meets the eye.
What I love when we work together is I'm learning that we both pick up the same health points for people. And that's good. So there was a problem with a client earlier today. I know that you'll know who I'm talking about if you're watching. And it was about a health problem that I picked up that wasn't the main health problem they thought, but was one that I thought should get checked out. And then the answer to that was actually I have been feeling more pain there. And that's being an empath or being clairvoyant, picking things up about people. It's very much about going with that feeling. And so as you all want to develop clairvoyance, go with what you first feel. I remember when I was a little girl sitting in with my grandmother giving readings and my cousin sort of thinking, I thought that person did this, but I didn't want to say. And so even with Imi, when she gives readings, it's like, it's what you feel, isn't it? So
Go with gut instinct.
On a Wednesday, Jade Pierce, you might not get as much sense. Really. No, Wednesday is Lengro Live with all the team from Lengro magazine, which is at clairepetulengro.tv. And you've got to check out Laura's page and Levi's diary, the new star of Lengro. I was referring to Levi, not you then, sorry, but he is the star. He really is. So, okay, Jade Pierce, this is how it works. Yes, we chat. Yes, I go off on a tangent, but you've got a reading tonight, and we don't pick people that we want to pick. We pick anybody. There's no favoritism. And the first card that I picked for you is about your past, which tells me quite clearly that there was a period of tranquility where things were as you wanted them to be. But that's now a distant memory. And that seems to be with evolution and a chance that you took that, in a way, with the Fool card undignified. Have we got the Fool card? With the Fool card, which is your present position, okay? And hopefully Laura can show you the tarot card from our new pack of tarot cards launching soon, details to follow, but it will help explain where you are now. So the Fool is somebody who goes off onto the unknown, and that's something that you sort of did. You took a chance in life. Also, when you did that, it's turned out not to be the best decision. What can I say? When we make a decision that's wrong, sometimes it takes going the wrong path to find the right one, doesn't it? So we'll have a look at this card then.
There we go.
So does anybody recognize the man on this card? Do let us know. It is Richard. And I've chosen to put family members in it. That dog that's next to Richard is protecting him. Okay, it's gonna warn him of danger. So as you can see the dark clouds behind in the sky, it's a signal of danger. And as you see the Fool, he's walking forward, not really aware of the dangers. But the good news is that on his back, he carries a bag. And that bag is his experiences of life. So like everything that he's learned. The card isn't dignified in your reading. So can we turn it upside down?
We can.
Are you able to read the writing on the upside down? We've changed some of the words to modernize and old-fashioned them, guys, as well. So really, there's no sense in this. If we see the card is undignified, which means upside down, it means that everything went, didn't it? So you're not using your conscience. You're not using your experience, Jade. But the good news is you're going to learn at the moment, because the Nine of Cups is there, and it shows that once you face... This is something I wrote today. Gosh, who said it? It was somebody like Stephen Hawking. It was Stephen Hawking. We are imperfect. We couldn't exist if we were perfect. Do you like that?
That's lovely. I like that. Yeah.
Because none of us are perfect, are we? Amber Redmond, she absolutely loves the Fool card. I know that you do. So here's where I give a little bit of my advice as well about what I feel. And what I would say, I've lost you now, my darling. Oh, well, we'll leave the I Love the Fool card up. What I would say for you at the moment is don't leave the lessons that you've learned from your past, because there's a reflection in your past of what you do really want. So it's about recreating a new future. But take that lesson, swallow it, yeah? You need to swallow it, because it's only when we chew that bitter pill and digest it that we have that palate to think, I want something fresh now. That's what I think anyway. So move forward. It might feel scary, but I'm telling you what, it'll feel a hell of a lot scarier to still be where you are in a year's time. And I think it's a lot of mental transition as well. I would have expected actually to have seen the Fool card in that reading. Not the Fool card, the Hangman card.
There you go. Yeah. I'm just looking at a comment here. So Vicky Goodchild's asked, when you pay for your reading, how in-depth can you get a reading?
Okay. Well, you start off with how you're... that. Obviously on here, we do readings that are short, and there's some things that we pick up that we might discuss in private, completely confidential between us, about what we've picked up about you guys. And so from that, Laura, you explain how you work first and why people would book sort of personally.
Yeah, so obviously when we do a reading for you on here, it is seconds to a minute. Whereas when you book with us, you get kind of one-to-one time. We can go in depth and talk about... So personally, when I do a reading, I'll do you a spread without asking you any prior questions. I'll tell you what I see from that, and then we can go further into what comes out there. And then you can ask me to look at a specific topic for you. We can go as deep as you like into whatever topic that you want to do. So really it's bespoke to you and what you need. And then you might find stuff comes out that you didn't even know that you needed.
Yes. Do you think as well that sometimes people come in for a reading expecting to hear one thing, and it's a different area of their life that you've got something to say about as well? So, so how do people go from watching you on a live to booking a reading?
So all of my readings can be booked via my website. So you just go to www.anivea.co.uk, and then across the top you've got the bar, or if you're on a mobile device, you drop down and it's got guidance. And then you click on that and it gives you a list of the different kinds of readings that I do. So you can book either a one-to-one, or you can book one, like I call them mini readings, which are typed up in a PDF and emailed to you. You can choose your topics. Or if you want something a bit smaller, you've got like a one-card reading. So you can have a look and choose what suits you and your needs and your budget and personalize it to what you need.
So you've got another question there.
How long can a full reading take? Well, depends how long you book, really. So I know, Claire, you offer different time scales. Me, I do a 30-minute or a 60-minute.
Mm-hmm. So I do phone sessions where I use your natal chart, and I also look at your transits to see what's going on at the moment, so we can see who you are and where you're going and what's going to happen. So I think that forewarned is forearmed. So I do 20 minutes, 40 minutes, half an hour, or 60 minutes on the phone. Wow, I've got such a deep, husky voice. I also do pre-record phone lines that you can call as well, which are for your sun sign. And then I do text or email readings where I message you, and that can be a 1-card reading, a 3-card reading, or a 10-card reading. So it helps you if you want to really address matters. And if you guys can't afford a reading, that's why we come on here as well. And there's loads of material that you can read. So for instance, things happen, like we had a full moon in the early hours of Tuesday morning. The full moon, some people that say, oh, it's a full moon, I'm really worried. Yes, nurses and medical people that if you ask them, will have busier departments on a full moon. But full moons can be good as well. And really, it's in the olden times, in the 1800s, when all astrologers, they all said, be careful of full moons. And it's only as you get to know the planets, as they've studied them more over the centuries, that you find out, like a person, and like every speck of everything in life, there's good and bad. So if you learn how to use it, yes, we had a full moon in the early hours of Monday night, Tuesday morning, but we also had the sun still in Virgo. And so with that spirituality and that need to move on, which is quite present in your readings tonight, you also have the practicality where how far you go will be the right length of time to go as well. Do I have to space out readings once a month?
Yeah, I'm just reading that one.
It's different with every person, because if somebody's going through a crisis where they're suicidal, then of course they need to speak to somebody they want to. And I think it's all to do with a certain person. If somebody needs to book a cheaper reading and they're in life's despair, you're not just going to go, well, there's your one answer. You do tend to sort of support people. That's our job. But Laura and I don't know if you guys are aware, there's only one of us, and Laura and I both do all our own, her very good tech herself, and mine I'm still learning. So sometimes when you message me, I have to get to it. But I am seeing this lady Pooja, okay? And we want to get to know you guys as well as you know us. Mm-hmm. And Pooja, I do see you go very up and down, and I don't know you very well. But I'd really like to get to know you, and I'd like to help you as well, because I've just got this feeling that these dips are for many reasons. And can I just say, Pooja, that sometimes it can be as simple as adjusting and fine-tuning little things in our life. And for you, it's your diet. I don't think you're putting any fuel into your body.
I get a lot of pain for her as well in the stomach.
Do you think it's emotionally related as well?
So where I'm getting it is not the food, it's almost a couple of inches below the belly button.
Yeah.
And there's a sharp pain there. Yeah, that's it. And it's almost like a knot, but I feel like it is, like you say, related to diet. But I feel that it's linked. It's not necessarily a physical medical issue, even though it is. I think it's related, that's kind of stemmed from something else.
I'm going to say something else now to prove to you about going with your instincts. if you think you're a clairvoyant and you think you have a sixth sense, this is, for example, of how off the bat you say things. I get this feeling, Pooja, that a lot of people in your family have died of cancer. And I think you might have this fear inside of you as well, that one day you're going to get it. And I think that if we live life being scared, then you can create an illness, don't you think? Sometimes. So let me have a little look to what's been going on in Pooja's life as well. Okay, so it's quite clear that you've been used by people. And what we've got here in your first card is that where your past is concerned, it was a generational thing. So you fell into a role almost that your generations, what do you call it? Not your forefathers, your ancestors have done. So I would guess that could be about the way of life you're expected to live. But it seems there was a lot of sadness. And I almost get this in jailed thing. So the Lover's card is undignified. You know, your ideal thing, Pooja, would be having a romantic date with the perfect person to watch an amazing movie with. It's that simple for you, I think. And at the moment, I just feel like you're Cinderella. And I feel that actually Cinderella was a pretty strong woman. Yeah. And I think that if the fairy godmother hadn't come along, I think she'd have still got out. What do you think, Laura?
Yeah, I think Cinderella's more independent than she thought she was.
Absolutely. And the King of Cups tells me about the kind of man you want. You need somebody who has lived life enough to think, do you know what? I don't want stress. I don't want drama. But your problems seem to me to be other people's problems. So maybe in this new world that we're in, Pooja, just list down your problems, because other people's problems shouldn't be yours. So if we stand you alone as an individual, you've got so much going for you. And I think that you get that as well, don't you, Laura?
Yeah, I think as well, like, Pooja, I get for you that you are an empath and you do pick up on a lot of other people's emotions, feelings. And it's almost like you walk into a room and it's like you could feel there's a heaviness there. And some may say there's like a social anxiety, but sometimes being an empath, I think it's just you pick up on the feelings and how other people feel, that kind of casts onto you and then you feel it personally. So,
absolutely.
Oh, bless you. She says she's so lost after.
Pooja, inbox me. You're going to have a scroll as well. I think you need a character scroll to build you up to focus on your good points. Okay. So I'm going to send you a scroll. Inbox me with your sign and your address as well. This is a lady I really want to talk to. Okay, Davina, you're in a safe space now. But I read something on our last live that we did, and Davina said that she was coming off social media for a long time, and she's back. So my feeling, Davina, is that you need a bit of Claire love tonight, I think. So, Davina, I know that your situation was that you were going forward with someone, but you feel that you want to be alone lately, and you're in a hermit mode. So her card would be the Hermit. Have we got the Hermit? Because Richard's upstairs.
So what I would say about the Hermit, though, is whenever that comes up in a reading for me, I always say to people, like, you're looking in the wrong place for answers, or you've pre-assumed something that you don't really think is there. You've got to look in a different place.
Thank you, because what you've just said ties in with what I thought, because she's a Capricorn, okay? And a Capricorn, when the sun is in Virgo, feels like a jigsaw puzzle that doesn't quite fit in, because it's in an earthy sign, but it's not in your sign. Yeah, it's in your element, but not your sign. And my feeling, go on.
I love this one so much.
There you go. You see? So do you think there's a word that you would all find. Do you think you're in need of finding your mojo again? I'm in need of love. It's at a standstill. So Davina, we almost thought we were going to have to buy a hat to go to a wedding. And I would say that's still not ruled out. What do you think about a Capricorn? Oh, well, Capricorn is the goat, isn't it? So to get to the stage that you're at, Davina, you put all your love and soul into this relationship. What happens? The pandemic hits and you're having a long distance relationship. It's not his fault. It's not your fault. You know, we all have to stay safe. But in the end, it feels like it's his fault. Mm-hmm. That's really, really hard. You said it's a distance.
Yeah, Davina, can I just say to you, so I've been with Mark. It was our 10-year anniversary last week.
Yeah.
And when we first started seeing each other, we lived over 4 hours away from each other. So it's
Right.
kind of, you can make it work if you want to.
So I'll go and give them one more view of the hermit card. Guys, do you know who I've used for the hermit card? Let me introduce you to Xavier Petulengro, okay? The king of the gypsies, who I'm proud to call one of my forefathers. And he had a magic with animals, just like Dr. Dolittle. It's about finding your world as well, isn't it? Let's have a little look. Thank you very much, Pat Taylor, as well. So what is a tip for surviving a long-distance relationship? I mean, God, you have FaceTime now. Years ago, I never had FaceTime.
Yeah, we didn't have FaceTime.
I had a long
MSN Messenger then, though.
That's true. Actually, no, because I'm 48, so I think I had a beeper. That's what I had. Do you know, when I dated, right, I dated in the time when, let me know if you agree with this, girls, and guys, you went on a date, okay, and then you didn't call until the next day. Probably 2 days was the right amount of time. And your mate said, don't call him back for 2 days. And that's okay, because your mum's going to answer the phone. The line was busy because you only had a landline. And there was that romance, don't you think, guys? Years ago, there was that romance of playing the game of like, is he going to contact me? You know, and that buzz that you get. Now, you could go on a blind date, and if they don't text you on the way home in the taxi, it's over. It's crazy, isn't it?
I don't think I'd survive in the dating world. And like I said, it's only been 10 years for me. And so much of BBM, I was going to mention BBM, Jay's just said then.
Go on.
BlackBerry Messenger.
BBM.
Yeah, BlackBerry, when you had the little messenger on a BlackBerry.
So, you want to know why I love the BlackBerry?
Go on.
I don't work for them anymore. But when I first worked, when I was working for the major newspapers, and I'm not going to say which major newspaper it was, because I was with the Mirror, the Daily Express, the Star, the Sun. So I won't say an OK magazine. I won't say which one it was. When you had a BlackBerry, you could email your boss from your phone and pretend you're still at work when you're really shopping. Well, it took your whole career mobile. It was really, really good. Pooja has lost her mum. So in order to message me, Pooja, darling, if you go to the top of my page, you should be able to click to send a message. And my work phone number is at the top of the page as well. You just had a question. People said, where can I find your page?
You can find me. So if you type in the search bar Anuveya, which is ANUVEYA, and it will come up. Oh, Katie's one of my lovely ladies I read for. It'll come up with Anuveya Intuitive Meditation and Guidance. That's my page. And then you can also click Join Group on the top of the page. And that will put you over into my free members group, which we've got about 340 members in there. It's completely free. And I'm in there very active quite a lot. So you can catch me there.
I'm just climbing on top of the sign, the message. Can you read? Can you see it to read, or shall I read it?
Yeah, I can read. So came relationship before getting married.
Is this advice to Nina?
I think so, yeah. Contact is key. Well, it was with us. And when we saw each other, we spent as much time together, having fun, doing different things which were memorable. I actually enjoyed the distance, which I've never done before, but it meant we weren't constantly on top of each other. I think it helped strengthen our relationship.
But I've got two things to bring up now. Pat Taylor says, yes, only had a landline. My brothers used to answer the phone. Our landline was shared with my dad's shop, so it could be very awkward. Oh my God, when a boy called you and your dad walks in the room, especially being a Romany girl. I'm going to bring this up in a second as well. Let's have a look. You know, I think, Davina, I think batter out the ballpark. I always say to everybody, aim as high as you can, because where you think you should aim will never be where you're capable of. We never use all our capabilities. And so my feeling is, Davina, you are a very sexy woman. Step it up by a little love note in an envelope. Spray your perfume on it, post it so the man opens it so he knows that you've written it. And it could be simple as, I love you, or I was thinking about you, so I've sent you this. You know, send a single rose if you can afford it. If not, send a virtual one. But little things, I think, that improve a relationship that aren't common because we have this sort of thing going on, don't you think?
Yeah, I think little things that are like personal to you mean more than gestures that are everyone will go, oh, that's nice. I think it's,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
So
A
Vicky's
friend of
comment
mine.
there- oh, go on.
I was going to say, it wasn't a friend of mine. That's like when you say, I've got this friend with a problem. I had 3 older brothers, right? So when we used to go to nightclubs, I had to go with my brothers as an escort because you're a Romany girl. And my brothers were allowed to snog girls on the dance floor. And they used to say to me, well, I've never snogged an ugly girl on the dance floor, but when the lights have gone up, I found a few. Because do you remember, like, after club girls, used to, like, there used to be this music and you'd never quite know. Let's have a look.
So Vicky's
Okay,
comment
listen.
there though.
Yes,
Before
go back to her. You're gone.
So with that one, Vicky, if you, because you asked about my page, if you go onto there, so I actually teach meditation classes and I do the chakras. I've got a 7-week course that you can hop onto, which it's a 7-week meditation course, and it will lead you through chakras as well. And I also do chakra healing, so you can find all of that on my website.
Okay. Davina says, thank you, Katie Jones. Advice for Pooja. It's all very well being right, but I'd much rather help you with your tummy pain. And I'm thinking, don't hate me for this, almost like colonic irrigation or a detox.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can feel that shift in her body. I feel, Pooja, that maybe with your mum's passing, it's like when we have a baby, that you need to feel that pain shift.
Yeah.
And
I think
so
maybe talk to Jan. Jan will be good.
Yeah. So go to clairepetrolengro.tv, click on Lengro magazine, and that's how you'll easily find Jan Bray, or you may see her posts on mine or Laura's page. And I think really sorting that out has got to be your number one thing, Pooja, because as what is the man called from Apple? Come on, guys, help me out. Steve Jobs.
Oh, yeah.
What's the most expensive bed in the world? A sick bed. And we don't want you in a sick bed, Pooja. We want you cleansed and everything out there earlier as well. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, she's good. And Amanda as well. Let's have a look. Amanda Waring is what is called a death doula. Do you want to explain what a death doula is?
I'll let you do that.
I'll explain as she does it. So I didn't actually know completely what a death doula does, but what Amanda Waring does from Lengro magazine is she assists people who are dying to have a happy death. And that can be by singing to them. Actually, if I sang to you, that wouldn't be a happy death. But she assists them by making it nicer. And I believe, Pooja, the death should also, after you've grieved, be a celebration. You need to take all of your mummy's best points and use them to go forward with your life, because she's quite clearly lived hers. And I think that in her memory, the best thing you can do, I feel that Pooja stopped laughing a lot. And I think that she needs to find the laughter. And it's okay to laugh at dark things if you're a Scorpio like me, or any sign in the zodiac, because life has got to be a laugh, because if you don't laugh, you cry. Oh, look.
Pooja, she needs to be outside as well. Wind in her hair and nature is what I'm feeling. I need to feel that wind on your face.
Yeah, absolutely. Laura's course is amazing. Yeah, but your course is getting really crowded, because as soon as you put it up, the people that were joining were Lengro people who want to also up their skills. A lot of the people, the only psychics in Lengro magazine are Laura and I. And so all of the other experts that are there are amazing in their field. And together, you know, we cover absolutely everything. We also have gifted people who are empaths and psychics. And I'm going to let you find out which one of the team they are, because there's a few of them as well, but I promise to let them open up as they want to. You can comment below if you like as to who you think they are. So if you want to learn more about Laura's course, do make sure that you log on. Laura, are you going to put a post up as well with a link when we finish?
I will indeed. Yep, I'll put a post up. So I've just had Mr. Levi come in, who were chatting.
Hi, Levi. I can grab Ted.
He's meant to be in bed, but seeing as we were chatting about him, you going to say hello?
I saw a mob called Enderman.
Oh, goodness, look. You're going to come here and say hello. So, if you've seen this week's Grow Kind on the issue, so this is Levi from Levi's Diary. Do you want to listen, Nick?
Hi.
Hello, Levi. I'm so happy to see you, baby boy.
Yeah.
Did you have a good day today?
Yep.
Good.
Shall we tell everyone, how old are you, Levi?
8.
You're 8. And Where did you go to today?
School.
School. And did you have a good day?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. And what have you got in your hand? What are you playing with?
Toys.
Toys. You love cars, don't you? And trains.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lego.
Yeah.
Yep. Do you need to go to
Don't-
bed now?
No.
Nope.
Does school today get a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
School thumbs up or thumbs down?
School up.
School up.
Yes.
Yay! Woohoo!
And that's got to go in Levi's diary next week because lots of other kids might be worried about school and they need to know how great an experience that you had, don't they? Look at Jade Pierce's little girl is waving to you. Can you wave back to her, Levi?
Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, I love it. Everybody is, look, Levi is a beautiful boy, says Debbie. Karen, look, everybody's saying hello. Hi, Levi. And Gemma, who you're going to meet next week, says, let's have a look. Oh, I bet you're amazing at Lego.
You're so good at Lego, aren't you? You're the
Is
master
Gemma,
builder.
Yes.
Yes. Levi is a master Lego builder. Is it funny?
do you like being on, is it nice to be on a live and to be able to talk to everybody?
Yes.
Yes. Is it good? So
Yeah.
what do you need now? What did you come down to tell me?
Did
Did you just need a cuddle?
Yes.
Yes.
I love puddles. But you know what, Levi? You're going to have to get some sleep because the more you sleep, the more energy you'll have to play tomorrow. And you might need to run super fast with all your new friends, or you might be able to make something really amazing with Lego tomorrow.
Yeah. You're going to do that? Right. You can give me a big squeeze and then you can go back up to bed. Yeah, because you're a snoozy boy, aren't you?
Why don't you as well, when you go to bed, he should find his favourite toy to bring to Brighton as well.
He'll probably bring his raccoon. He loves it. You take
Did
a
you
seat
see
there.
I put up yesterday of Honey with like all those bears down the steps?
Yes. Yes, there are so
Yeah.
many.
And you had, what did you, oh, Pat Taylor said, I love him to bits. Do you want to tell everyone as well what Levi did with the tracks when you were working?
So he's got lots of Thomas tracks and he said, Mummy, can I play Thomas? So I said, can you hear the voices?
Yes.
Yes. And so he said, can I play the tracks? I said, yeah, that's fine. Thinking he's going to go up in his room and build them. But no, I had a full train track from the front door through the hallway into the living room. And it was a big track, wasn't it?
I think the balloons are getting sick.
The balloons are getting sick. Yes, they're so the air in my helium balloons for my birthday they're going down a bit, so the balloons are getting sick.
Levi,
Yes.
well, tell Levi, I
sick
think that
over me.
I need to get some new
That's
balloons.
disgusting.
Do you listen?
Okay.
That's disgusting.
Do you know my belief, Levi? When the balloons start to go down, it means it's time to plan for a new party.
Do we need a new party?
Yes.
When you come to Brighton, we're going to have a Brighton beach walk party. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that'd be
I
great
like
fun.
the idea of that.
Great fun. Right, go on then. Mwah. I love you lots. Hey, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Love you.
Thank you.
Oh, I love him. I can't wait for him to come down. Everyone has said hello, look. And also, as far as I'm concerned, our job is done because Davina said that we brightened her day. When my father died, I found loads of love notes in his stuff to my mum that he wrote her, and it kept the magic alive. So I say one of the lessons tonight in like our casual sort of Thursday night coffee club, which we're going to do and hop to each other's pages alternate weeks. So if you're a Thursday night watcher and you used to watch my 7 p.m. lives I did for a year, then next Thursday, go and join Laura's page and I'll be on Laura's page next Thursday. I think that, Davina, you've got so much going for you. Let's all be of the thought to go back to working at love without using social media. So that means making something, amazing. It could be a recipe you send your boyfriend, Davina, about what you're going to cook for him next time, or it could be a message that you don't want to really comment on air. But either way, it's about making people feel love. That's what we want right now, isn't it? Love's free.
Exactly.
Doesn't cost a thing.
We love love.
We do. In fact, I was picking up this gem earlier on, my amethyst, but then I couldn't remember why I picked it up.
Oh no.
That's a joke. Amethyst, guys, is really, really good for memory. So I've been keeping amethyst near me to try and help me remember everything that I've got to do, so I can also find all of your messages that come through a million different ways. And today I caught up with you all and I've replied to everybody. So I don't think any of you can say you haven't got a message back today.
Well, I'm going to pull, if you're happy to, I'm going to pull one last reading and then I'm going to have to get off because Levi's.
Yeah, we said and indeed, I think Levi totally deserves to have mum, and I'm going to go and tuck my kids in as well. Thank you, Vicky. Look,
it's not there. Yeah, oh bless. So I'm really drawn to Sonia Lewis. I feel like we can't finish this without doing her reading. Okay?
Sonia Lewis, bless you.
So I'm going to pull 3 cards for her. Okay, right. I am really drawn to, Sonia, children in your life. So here you've got the world in reverse, the 6 of Swords, and you've got the Page of Wands in reverse here. So that's the cards that you've got. Each of these refer to, well, a really childlike children energy. But for some reason, oh, thank you, Levi. Let there be light. So,
oh, that's not switch. That's a power to turn on the light.
Good boy. So Sonia, for you, I feel like if there has either been a detachment from any of your children, or there's any worry to do with a child, whether it be an adult child or a child like Levi within your life, what I want to say to you is to kind of not step back, but I feel like you're kind of in the thick of it with things at the minute and it's weighing you down, and something to do with children is very stressful. And what I'm seeing here is that it doesn't need to be, okay? There is an easier way and it doesn't have to be a whirlwind, okay? Take your time and pace yourself. And if this is your own child, kind of pick your battles is what I want to say. But if you're helping someone with their child, is perhaps step back, because I feel like I've almost got like an anxious feel. I've got a real pain in here. It's almost like, I know that's not my heart, but I want to say that my heart hurts. And I've got a lot of emotion here for you. So anything regarding family and children, just kind of step back and take it step by step is what I want to say for you, lovely.
I love that. We've got a few comments before we go here. Vicky Goodchild, we have done our job if you feel better after watching my page, but make sure that you also follow Laura's page as well. Gemma Quayle, you cheeky bugger, I need a room full of amethyst. Probably right though. And Pooja, I understand this it's been a bad year, but hopefully we've given you a few tools and I will look out for you, my darling. Zoe Todd, I'm so glad as well. And Sonia Lewis, interesting.
Well done. So the children aspect around you, I think you take a lot too much on, okay? Your heart is in there and I feel like there's a lot of weight there from what's going on. So if, like I say, take a step back. If it's not your own children, you don't need to be in the thick of it, like I said there. So put yourself first and don't feel guilty.
A wonderful way to end. Right, I shall text you later. I will go as well, and I'm going to tuck my kids into bed, who are probably ordering loads of stuff off the internet or having a party in my bedroom. I absolutely love Levi. Love all you guys as well. We will be back. We have got so much planned we haven't even begun. So it's goodbye from me, and I will now turn over to Laura so you can say goodnight as well.
Are you going to say goodnight, everybody?
Good night, everybody.
And say thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Say wave good night.
Wave good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Oh.